Martha likes these little sugar cubes, but I do not want them in my house. They make the place look like Wanda's diner.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I guess I don't have to ask what side of the bed you woke up on this morning.
And what side of what bed did you wake up on?
Look, Mom, I really want to get out of these clothes and into a hot bath. I feel like I didn't sleep all night.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
After practically getting killed by Jamie Sanders yesterday, I just didn't want to talk to anyone or deal with anyone. So I rented a room at the Waterside Inn. Don't look at me like that. I know what you're thinking.
Oh, do you?
Yes, you're wondering why I didn't bother to call. I did try to call you. The phone was busy all night. What happened? Did you have the phone off the hook?
I don't need to justify my actions to you. And you don't need to explain to me where you were or who you were with.
It's my fault. I probably should have called, but I was just so shaken up. I wanted to be alone.
Alone with whom?
With myself. Mom, if you don't believe me, you can call the Waterside Inn and have them check the register.
Oh, please, I have no desire to check up on your whereabouts.
Do you have any idea what I went through yesterday?
The fact is, Cassie, that your life would never have been in danger if you had not followed John to his meeting with Mac. Now, what in the world compelled you to do such a thing?
I was worried about John.
Oh.
As any assistant would have been. Mom, I was afraid he was taking some kind of risk.
And, of course, you just had to share that risk with him, as any assistant would.
Yes. Is that so difficult to understand?
If it hadn't been for your actions, Jamie would have been arrested without a shot being fired.
You are acting like I'm responsible for Jamie's crime. Mom, I was the victim.
Honey, I don't need to blame you for your actions. Mom, they rise and fall by their own merits.
Jamie practically killed me yesterday. Why are you being so cruel about
I'm not
this?
being cruel. I'm simply analyzing the circumstances of Jamie's capture. Oh, and the feelings that must have led you into springing the trap.
I already told you. It was out of my professional concern for a colleague.
Oh, would you come off it? There was one reason, and one reason only, that you walked into an unknown situation, a potentially life-threatening one. The reason is your feelings for John. And don't you dare insult my intelligence by telling me that those feelings are strictly professional.
I guess with your phone off the hook all night, then you didn't get a chance to talk to John either then.
I am not talking to John, not yet. I am talking to you.
When you do talk to John, Mom, he will tell you exactly what I've been telling you.
Oh, that's the party line, is it?
No, it's the simple truth. Yesterday, after the police finished questioning me, John went to his loft and I went to the Waterside Inn.
That explains one night. What about all the other nights the two of you spent together while I was away?
I can't believe this. You're actually accusing me of carrying on behind your back?
You said it, not me.
While you were gone, yes, John and I did work together, but that's because I respect his skills as a detective.
And what about your respect for me? Or is that because I'm a casualty of your grand passion?
I do respect you, Mom. I never changed.
Then why are you treating me as if I were a fool?
I am not treating you that way.
I've got news for you, my darling daughter. I am no more a fool than Diane was when she tried to warn me about the two of you. She knew before I did that you had been trying to seduce my lover.
Diane was insane. She was jealous. Mom, you can't take that stuff seriously.
I didn't, not at first, but now the evidence seems to have mounted up.
What evidence? What evidence?
Are you going to stand there and try to tell me that you're not sexually attracted to John?
That does not mean that I tried to seduce him, or that I ever would.
Oh, does it really?
Mom, it's the sort of thing that happens when two people work together closely, but I swear to you, we resisted all temptation.
Oh, how noble of you.
I am just trying to tell you how it's been.
Spare me the hot and heavy details. I can go through my morning perfectly well, thank you, without your breathless account of how you struggle to discourage the man I share my bed with.
You have got this all wrong.
No, I don't. I finally have it right. You have been competing with me.
That's ridiculous.
Try and tell me you haven't taken advantage of the time I've been away.
Just because you want to believe that that is true, it's not.
It is so true. Well, you've been deceiving me for so long, you can't distinguish the truth anymore.
Mom, I would never go behind your back to try and steal John.
Why bother? You've been doing perfectly well in plain sight. Ever since you came back from Europe, you've been trying to take him away from me.
You don't really believe that.
Oh, what are you forgetting about those flimsy little negligées you just happened to come down to breakfast in? The designer jeans you could barely pour yourself into? The tight little T-shirts?
Mom, I just put on whatever. I didn't give any of that any thought.
Oh, of course it was all unconscious, the way you unconsciously landed a job as John's gal Friday.
That's right. All my life, for a long time, you have been telling me, look for a job and stick with it. Finally, I take your advice and you're upset with me?
Oh, you have taken a hell of a lot more than my advice, sweetheart.
Mom, I love you. And Sean loves you, too.
Oh, isn't that incredibly neat? Cassie loves Dorian. John loves Dorian. John loves Cassie. Cassie loves John. I think I saw that arrangement once in a French movie. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now.
Look, you obviously are too upset. I don't want to talk about this until you've cooled off.
Fine. Well, you've really landed yourself the big prize now, haven't you? Does it make you feel like a big, grown-up woman?
I can't stand this anymore.
Of course you can. You're a strong, self-reliant female. You've proven that, haven't you? By seducing your mother's lover. Well, I'll tell you something, baby. You have landed yourself a prize. Will you stop it? He's a two-bit detective who will never be anything more than what he is. A coward.
John, a coward.
Yes. He may be very brave when he's waving a gun in hot pursuit of some criminal, but you put him in a room with a woman, a real woman, who only asks that he commit himself to her with the same commitment that she's willing to give him, and the fool runs off with his tail between his legs.
If that's the way you really feel, then why are you reacting this way?
You are so right. I should just hand him over to you with my blessings. Okay, take John. Take him. It's fine. But understand something, honey. The way you get a man is usually the way you lose him.
Mom, for the last time, John and I are not having an affair.
It doesn't really matter. Because he's probably going to begin another little flirtation in no time at all. But I guess you're going to have to learn the hard way.
Mom, please don't.
You and I don't have anything more to say to each other. I would appreciate it very much if you would start packing your things and move out of my house.
Oh, Cassie, there you are. The Waterside Inn said that you had checked out.
Yeah, I had something I had to take care of.
Well, I hope you got a good night's sleep. Nothing like a hard day's work to take your mind off of, well, what happened yesterday.
Some things are harder to forget than others.
Yeah, well, don't worry about Jamie. He's behind bars where he can't hurt anybody again.
John, it's not Jamie that I'm worried about, and you know it.
Well, if you want to take the day off, please take it off. I'm gonna see if this footprint matches the one that we found over at Mrs. Lazar's window.
I stopped by my mom's on my way over here.
Well, she must have been very upset about what happened yesterday.
No, she's not upset. She's furious. John, she hates me.
Cassie, she doesn't hate you. Come on, you're the apple of her eye.
Oh, yeah, right. Not now. Not since she's decided I've seduced her lover.
She said that.
She wouldn't even listen to me. She wouldn't even reason with me.
I know. I shouldn't have let you go to the Waterside Inn last night.
I wanted to be alone.
Yeah, I know, but I should have at least gone to Dorian's this morning with you so she couldn't take out all her suspicions just on you.
Who are you trying to kid? These aren't just suspicions.
What did we do?
John, we kissed. Or would you like to conveniently forget that? Well, I haven't, and I don't want to.
Come on, Cassie. I don't want to forget it either. Fact is, all morning long, I've been staring at that damn footprint thinking about you.
I wanted to just be honest and open up and tell her everything that I'm feeling about you.
Don't worry, I'm going to straighten that out right now.
John.
You had the first rap with Dorian? Well, now it's my turn.
You can't talk to her. She's going to be too angry.
Yeah? Well, just watch me. Because she's going to have to listen whether she wants to or not. She might blame you for it, but you're not the only one to blame. It's up to me to clear things up.
John! She'll yell and scream, but then she'll open her arms and welcome you back. Then what, John? Who will you choose? My mother or me?
Now, you're sure you're ready for me to move some of my stuff in?
Absolutely. We are officially cohabitating now. One day, one night at a time.
No second thoughts, no third thoughts, no delays, no disruptions.
No. But I'll tell you, if our nights, one night at a time, are as wonderful as they have been, why, we might be together for years and years and years.
Well, right now, I'd settle for 24 hours like this.
Do you think you're going to be comfortable here?
Yeah. You know, you've got great taste.
Yeah.
Though I just wonder if there's any room for any of my influences.
I'm open to any and all suggestions.
Yeah, well, I've got this perfect, fabulous big moose's head. It'll look just great right over here.
Bring it. In fact, bring the whole moose if it'll make you happy. And no, seriously, John, your books, your taste. Goodbye, Mr. Russell. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Adios. Ciao.
You spring cleaning?
Your timing's impeccable, John. You saved me the trouble of making an even bigger mess in the hallway.
Come on, Dorian, I think we should talk, don't you?
Oh, why don't you save all the conversation for the laundryman? He's got the rest of your shirts. Hangers, no starch.
All right. You made your point. I know you were angry.
I'm not angry, John. I'm just doing a little spring cleaning. Getting rid of the waxy yellow buildup on the kitchen floor, the dust bunnies underneath the living room rug, the rat in my bedroom.
Dorian, look, I spoke with Cassie. She's very upset about the conversation you had today. Now, I know you. I know you don't want to cause your daughter any pain.
Of course not. I want to sit back, close my eyes, and allow my daughter to inflict pain on me. Who knows? I may even get a card on Mother's Day.
Look, maybe you think you know what's happening, but you don't.
I got a flash for you, Mr. Russell. I know everything I want to know about your sordid affair with my daughter.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There was no affair.
The two of you have an airtight alibi. I will give you that. Now, I want you to give me my house keys back.
Fine. You want your house keys? There are your house keys. But you're wrong, lady. And you're letting your stubborn pride get in the way of your common sense.
I will keep my stubborn pride, thank you. It's about the only thing that you and my daughter have left me.
Well, maybe that's the way you see it. But damn, I just was hoping that we wouldn't have to end this relationship. Not this way.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're both mature adults. We should smile at each other, wish each other well.
Glad you feel that.
Oh, I do, John, I do. Now, if you would just follow me.
All right, where are we going?
It's been great fun, but it's been just one of those things, a trip to the moon on gossamer wings, etc., etc., etc.
That's great. So much for the good thoughts, huh?
Oh, I'm having good thoughts, thank you. And the best thought is that your things and you are both out of my house and out of my life.
That's the way you want it?
That's the way I want it. Goodbye, Mr. Russell. Have a wonderful life. Herb, do you honestly think that I would ask you to drop whatever you were doing unless it was something urgent? Yes, I know that Judith needs you right now. Herb, I know everything that she's gone through with Jamie, but you think the woman would be used to it by now. That was not a low blow. The fact is that Judith lost her son a long time ago, whereas I have only just lost my daughter, my only child. I'm not being melodramatic, but if that's that's the way you feel about it, fine. You go on holding Judith's hot little hand. I'll manage fine, all by myself. And I will. Damn it. I'll manage just fine. By myself. By myself.